Today is the local election. Who's going to win, Labour or Tory? As Scotland, Wales and England take their voting place. Also on number 1, we have the latest on the grain and butter. Also on number 1, should parents learn first aid? And who is, and we have some football news.
ITV Evening News with Owen Shreves.
Good evening. Alright, let's start off with the grain. The war in the grain is still going on, and it is heartbreaking and sad as the NIPRO children settle in lives in Scotland after freeing the grain. Here is the latest.
All aboard for today's excursion. The excitement and anticipation of another adventure evident even under the grey skies.
Right, shall we get underway then?
Out on the water, the group take in the iconic bridges along the Firth of Forth, capturing new sights and braving the cold winds. They've made Scotland their new temporary home. The children and young people are from Dnipro in Ukraine, so this landscape is new to them. Spotting seals ensures even the young are kept entertained. Waving to new friends as they arrive on Inchcombe Island and disembark, all 50 of them. Despite not speaking the same language, the group are feeling remarkably settled. 17-year-old Vlad previously told ITV News on the Polish border that he just wanted a normal life.
I think I have adapted pretty quickly. I've even got used to the weather. Sometimes I walk about. The castles are very... I liked it.
British charity workers the most of their time here.
Be involved Scottish people and organisations that have offered
Full-time carers or orphan mothers, as it's these mums in schools
and have to answer the question about pain. It's difficult for moms who are secretly crying.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For now, they play and explore. Siblings Julia and Dima are hoping for a brighter.
I would like the war to be over soon and to get back home.
Right now, I dream of passing my exams and finishing school successfully.
These children are thousands of miles from home, but it's trips like this one that are ensuring they continue to make those happy childhood memories that one day they'll be. At the end of the day, exhaustion sets in. They've been through so much over the past few months while still young themselves. But in their dreams, one day they will be reunited with the city they call home, and Scotland will be the place that was once their sanctuary.
Yes, more news about the grain and how the war started on ilose.com/news. As now moving on to the local election, as today is the local election vote 2022 as the format CON ER government C-O-N, as the diamond, C-O-N, V-I-N-C-E-D, photos, it is taking the cost of living crisis. It is the latest. It must be both social in this latest, but anyway, it is the latest.
The Prime Minister is carrying a bit of baggage. There's Partygate, of course, some rebellious Tory MPs, and now a thumping great cost of living crisis. But visiting Southampton Airport, after a cabinet minister said struggling families should buy cheaper food, he insisted the Tories were still the party to help.
What we need to do, get people through this, just as we got people through COVID, being as compassionate, as ingenious as we can be, help think of all the ways we can help without, we've got to remember that we only have limited resources of taxpayers' money.
Not everyone is convinced by him. This Conservative election leaflet from Hartlepool begs, this Thursday, please don't punish local Conservatives for mistakes made in Westminster. And yet Hartlepool is where the Tories a year ago.
But I won't be what.
And progress won't be easy for Labour. Curry.
We were working, we stopped, we ate, no breach of the rules, no party, and I think that's enough for the mudslinging from the Tories on this. Let's focus on the issue in hand, which is the cost of living crisis, to which they've got absolutely no answer. We've got clear answers on that.
And then there are the Lib Dems, who sometimes struggle to cut through nationally.
You are Mr.
I'm Ed Dave, I'm the leader of the Lib Democrats.
But can never be written off at local level.
People tomorrow, they can write that cross. They can send a message. Get rid of Boris Johnson. Give people a fair deal. Let's have that emergency tax cut that the Liberal Democrats are talking about.
In Scotland, the SNP hold the most council seats, but it's telling how much the Prime Minister features in their campaign too.
It is also an opportunity to send a really strong message to Boris Johnson, for people to say to Boris Johnson that they're disgusted at his antics in recent times, but also that they want him and his government to do much more on the cost of living crisis. And people across Scotland know that the only way to give the Tories a jolt in Scotland is to vote SNP.
Of course, not every voter will be sending a message about the Prime Minister, but if the Conservatives do badly enough, his opponents will blame him anyway. Carl Dinnan News at 10, Westminster.
Yes. And then today is the election, and sticking on with the election, so who is gonna win? So we ask you at home, who's gonna win, Labour or Tory? So 27% says Labour and 81% says Tory. But let's find out who wins tomorrow morning, because tomorrow morning we'll find out who is our leaders, the Labour or Tory. Okay, on to sports. Manchester City is out of the game. I know, how sad is that? It's so sad, I know, it is so sad. But for football people in Madrid are doing so well, but Man City are out of the game, so that means we're not through to the final. Liverpool it's just beginning. Okay, I know. Okay, Liam, I will get above, Liam. I don't need you to tell me what to do, okay? Sorry about that, it's my brother. God. And it's on ITV, and the cost of living, that is so serious at the moment. That is so serious. For the cost of living.ivy.com/news for more details. Okay, and for the news of Tim meets the dollar address, more of that on ITV.com as well. And all the days and latest news are on ITV News. Now, Zach LIS, Pia and Limit are part in the death of a beautiful boy, MAULED, by digging in the sea ERPHILLY. Here is the latest.
His family leaving court today. His mother now with only her son's teddy bear to hug. Described as a beautiful boy, the 10-year-old was mauled to death last November by this American bulldog called Beast. Today, Amy Salter, who's 28 and seen here in the black, and 19-year-old Brandon Hayden pleaded guilty to being in charge of the dog which caused Jack's death. The court heard that Brandon Hayden owned the dog and was in charge of it when it attacked 2 people near the shops here in the Penarrheol area of Caerphilly. But it was Amy Salter, the court heard, who was in charge of it when young Jack was attacked. The 10-year-old had just stepped through the front door with his friend after they'd been here playing in the street. Paramedics arrived just before 4 p.m. but were unable to save Jack, who suffered unsurvivable injuries to his head and neck. The dog was shot by firearms officers at the scene. Despite early speculation, the dog wasn't an illegal breed, and campaigners say this proves awareness of important.
We need to put the dog that's involved, better understand it, important. We read how they've been hurt.
To prison when they returned to Jack's family, still coming to terms with losing their son, who just wanted to play with his friend. Chris Williams, ITV News.
Mum, is that door please, Mum? Is that door please, Mum? Is that door please, Mum?
I have to wash your hair when you get
I know, is that door? I love you, I love you.
We're getting in 2
I
minutes.
will, Mum, I love you. I'm going to talk about that. I need to email of that, the latest on that boy. Sorry about that. I know. Okay. Should parents be learning first aid while we be actually new at home? And this is what you came. So, 85% says yes, and 15% says no. Well, parents doing the thing. And we also are saying, should we have longer Sundays? And you be coming up with this brilliant pro. 21% says no, and 18% says yes. There we go. Okay, let's set the poll. Okay, so this is for tomorrow's ITV Evening News, but tomorrow will be actually new. Our Sam's too stressful. And then vote on ITV.com/news, and we need that in by tomorrow by 8 AM by tomorrow morning. Thank you very much. Okay, before we go this evening, the art Thames relationship with Debbie Shouters by is UNCONTRO show violence. Here is the latest.
What do we like?
To call Laura Amber Heard to the stand.
For 4 weeks, she's listened as the most intimate details of her private life have been made public. Today was Amber Heard's chance to speak.
I struggle to find the words to describe how painful this is.
What we do is private. She told how she and Depp met on the set of The Rum Diary.
We had a kissing scene, and it didn't feel like a normal scene anymore. It felt more real.
Beth, you scream before I do.
He was the star. She was the upcoming co-star.
It felt like, to me at the time, there wasn't any love like that, you know? I mean, and then he started to kind of do this thing again where he'd disappear.
She said that was when she realised his heavy drinking made him violent.
At first, it was just to throw something, smash some things. He loves to smash up a place, an apartment, furniture.
She went on to describe how he became violent towards her.
He would grab me pull me in and he would smash slapping multiple times.
In his mind.
I'm so...
She knew she should leave.
But he was also this other thing. The other thing was awful. You couldn't see this other thing.
News at 10 in the United States.
Yeah, and for the Amber Heard case, it is really heartbreaking, and she's crying, and we're trying to help her out, so we're going to do our best with ITV News and trying to do our best with that story. Okay. Before we go, should we check with the weather? Should we check with the weather? Let's check what the weather's going to be like. Yeah, I don't know how to say her name, but it's M with the weather.
Hello there, good evening to you. We've got a two-way split in our weather as we head through the rest of tonight. Weather fronts across the far northwest will bring rain through Northern Ireland and Scotland. You can see the brighter colours. That rain will be heavy at times, but elsewhere, for the bulk of England and Wales, it's dry, largely clear skies, although turning quite murky through parts of Wales and southwest England. Some low cloud and fog forming here come dawn, but a mild night ahead. So let's pick up on that rainfall because it will continue to sink southwards. Behind it, it will turn brighter through Scotland and Northern Ireland as we head through the day. Mostly dry, just a chance of a couple of showers. And ahead of that front, because it does make quite slow progress, it will stay largely dry and fine, particularly across the southeast corner here. The best of the brightness, the best of the temperatures as well, highs of 21, 22 degrees Celsius. But then through Friday night, again, that system working its way southwards, but it will weaken all the while. So by the time it gets across southern counties, not too much rainfall on it by then. But quite a chilly night to come Friday night into Saturday morning. And Saturday itself, not a bad day overall, not a bad start to the weekend. For many of us, it will be sunny and dry. There will be a couple of showers developing, particularly across eastern parts, but feeling warm in that sunshine with light winds. We're looking at highs of around 20 to 22 degrees Celsius. Then for the second part of the weekend, again, not bad at all. High pressure dominating our weather this weekend. Away from the far northwest here, we've got some fronts, and that's going to bring thicker cloud and some outbreaks of rain, but on the whole dry, spells of sunshine, light winds and feeling pleasantly warm as well. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye for now.
Okay, thank you for that weather, Em. Let's hope the weather don't be nice and warm. Okay, that's it for this evening. I'm back to work from 6 with the ITV Evening News, and tomorrow we will find out who has won the local election. Please vote for Labour or Corey. But from everyone here, stay safe, and good night, and see you tomorrow at 6:30.